Hello and welcome in to another Monday Night live stream. As usual, David Grishko is first and is excited about our topic. My lovely wife is here. Welcome in. Glad to see you made it. Eric is here and he is happy about the music. David says good evening. So, just so you know, I did remember to finally turn off the speed test. So there will be no speed test during this live stream. And as always, let's get a check of our current YouTube stats. Oops, wrong one. We are currently sitting at 1,523 subscribers, and the watch time is 2,706. Last week's Decklink PCI pass-through was very popular. It has had 165 views since being published, and the watch time is like a staggered stair step, which is kind of cool that it seems to get momentum and then backs off and then gets momentum again. So its total views are 241. So that's pretty good. I mean, for my channel, that's really good. So not quite there to monetization yet, but we're getting there. Again, it's not my goal of this channel, but it'd be nice to have. So Haley is saying hi to Eric. Don't forget to go over and like Haley's channel. She'll be posting some content soon. So give her a like and a follow. She would love it, and I would appreciate it. Eric says speed test, check. And yeah. Yeah, getting monetized would be a milestone. Definitely one that I would like to get. I have basically solidified my idea that once I am monetized and can do memberships, that I will do like a monthly Zoom hangout for members only as the perk. Therefore, we can talk about things freely or more freely. I don't know how much I'd actually be willing to share, but I mean, I definitely share more in those Zoom meetings, since they're kind of a closed-knit group. So, membership Zoom meetings would definitely be the one perk. Maybe membership videos. I don't really know. We'll see. I know Jeremy's doing membership-only streams and videos, which is cool. I just kind of feel like maybe a Zoom meeting might be better. I'm not sure. Or membership-only streams. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, let's see here who else is here. Anybody else come in that I missed? No, it does not look like it. So I wanted to revisit FFmpeg tonight. As you probably all remember, we talked about that a while ago and how we could output video to a Decklink from FFmpeg. There's Joe. Welcome in, Joe. And so in this video, I thought about, and there's Jeremy. Welcome in, Jeremy. So I kind of had two thoughts in this video, or for this live stream. One, I wanted to see if I could compile FFmpeg to include the Decklink SDK and therefore output to a Decklink in Linux. And the reason behind that is I have found kind of an old GitHub project that was abandoned, but basically it was a web front end for FFmpeg, and I really would love to be able to have a web front end for FFmpeg and basically make it play videos or streams or whatever it is, and you could just type a URL in and hit play and pick your format, and it would just play out. It's one of those things I've been wanting to do for a while, and I just think it'd be really fun to be able to publish that and say, here, install this or clone this GitHub, run this command. It'll compile it, do it all, and build you a front end that you can just take and output videos. Of course, I have things where that want to, like that's version 1 is just to get it working. Obviously, but I have plans for like version 2 where you could upload content and have it do a thumbnail and, all kinds of stuff. Because, frankly, these hyperdecks, are annoying. They're great, but they're just annoying. And I know should be better than, be able to play videos back. I just want to be able to a place where you can upload a video and then hit play when you want to, and not need a hyperdeck because you got to get the format exactly correct. And I know there's some software out there you can buy that'll do that, but I just think it'd be really easy to do, to build your own, because it's in theory, nice theory, it's not that complicated. So step 1, get FFmpeg working with the Decklink. Let's see here. Oh, Tony's here. So we got looks like the whole gang's here. Good evening, Tony. So yeah, so that's kind of my first goal for tonight is that, and then if that goes well, then I do have a different card, the Dektec card, that I'd like to try to compile FFmpeg for that, because the Dektec card has 4 outputs as opposed to 1, and I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to output like 4 different videos at once. But that's if things go well. This channel. If you had to take a bet on things going well tonight, actually, you know what? Put it down below in the chat. I'm curious. How well do you think tonight's stream will go? 1, crash and burn, disaster like the stream a year ago where I couldn't make a phone call, which is still Joe's, I think, favorite thing ever. And then you have 10 being FFmpeg will compile and it'll play video the first time. I'm curious. So where do you think? Put your numbers down below. David says he's going 10. He thinks it's going to work the first time. I think you're very optimistic. Haley says 8.5. Okay, that's a good. Jeremy says 7.96. That's very precise. So again, we have David at 10, Haley at 8.5, Jeremy's a 7.96, and Joe's a lower 6.9. Eric's dead center 5. So, yeah, I mean, you could have said 3.14159, isn't it? Isn't it 59? 3.1415962 something. I think I lost. Could be wrong. David says I'm a half full kind of guy. Toro's here. Welcome in, Toro. So if you missed what we were discussing, we're trying to rate between 1 and 10 tonight's stream. Can we compile FFmpeg to work on Linux? Yes, Jeremy says typo. All right. So now that we've kind of laid for... Oh, I should do a follow-up before I get too far. I did... I tried to do the PCI pass-through with the Dektec card by installing the drivers first. That went slightly better. Like half the card showed up. outputs 3 and 4 showed up in Device Manager, were listed there as like, hey, this is working. The first side of the card never showed up. So I don't know what is going on with that card, if it's a card issue, if it's a pass-through issue. I haven't abandoned the idea of doing pass-through with that card, but for right now, I'm kind of just thinking that needs to be tabled because it's definitely not working. I did rebuild my Windows 10 VM with just the Citrix drivers, and that made no difference. So just throwing it out there that basically I can't get the Dektec card to work in PCI pass-through. So we're moving on for now. We may revisit that later. Who knows? But for now, it's not really a priority. If I can't figure out the Linux drivers for it, then it's kind of a moot point because nothing in Windows wants to talk to it anyway, unless you actually develop your own application for it, which, you know, would be also fun, but not there. David is here. Welcome in, David. Toro says, I'll give it a solid 6. You guys are very, you're very optimistic. So let's get started. So how do you compile Blackmagic for Linux? Well, there's a somewhat old tutorial that I'm going to follow tonight. So we'll see. We will just see how this goes. I have, and for the reference, I'm using my Min.io physical machine with the Decklink card installed. And so, so we're going to start this basic tutorial. So I've already downloaded the driver and the SDK. So the first thing we're going to do is basically install the driver. So we will see, or we'll get started. And this tutorial says basically the footnote at the bottom is use version 10 because anything version 11 or higher breaks some stuff. So this is an older card, so I'm just going to go with 10, and we will see what happens. So now we're going to go inside of that folder. Oops, come on. So that's what's inside of the little folder. Then it says to oops. Got to go deeper. And as you see, this is MOBA Xterm. One of the things that I actually like in this is you can turn on follow terminal folder, so it'll show you the contents of the folder before you actually do anything with it, which I think is definitely a cool feature. Desktop video 10. Oh, good. We're already encountering issues. Air processing. So I guess Ashley saw that coming. Why are we... If I just copy this command, what did I do wrong? So this needs some stuff. That's awesome. Okay. Maybe we should go with the newer version. This is an older version. This is also Debian. Actually, the next step probably would help. There we go. David says, I actually set up MinIO the other day. My Synology backs up to my S3 MinIO. Yes, it's a container. That's funny. Did you watch Tom Lawrence's video about S3 and TrueNAS? Because that was a popular thing. Ashley says, or Eric says to Ashley, harsh. Joe says, my life. Haley says, hi, Ashley. Alrighty. All right, so we've done that. So now it basically suggests we run this, which basically to probably check to see if it actually works. Which it didn't really prompt for an update. So my guess is we are fine. So if I go back to my main directory now, we are going to unzip the Blackmagic SDK. .11. So now we have the SDK folder. We're going to make a couple folders with this command, make directory, and then we're going to copy. We're going to copy the SDK into the folders. So now, if I understand this correctly, if FFMPEG sources should have contents in it, which it does have the Blackmagic SDK. All right, so far, again, I'm just following the instructions on the video or on the GitHub. I should probably share those for you guys. David says, yes, I saw his S3 on TrueNAS. Yes, that's right. So you use Proxmox, but Ashley says hi to Haley. Yeah, well, I mean, when you basically make the standard, you become the what is that generic term for it? I don't remember what it's called. Did everyone see that TrueNAS Core? I did not see that TrueNAS Core is dead. Did they finally officially like pull the plug on it? Please don't forget to like the stream. Currently, we are sitting at 9 viewers and 8 likes. So, not a bad ratio. TrueNAS is going to become closed source? Interesting. Colloquial phrase? Yeah, I'm not sure that's the term I'm looking for, but maybe. Yes, Jeremy, please do elaborate on that. I use TrueNAS, so curious. Welcome in, Ernesto. Glad to see you're here. Alrighty, so now that we've basically unzipped and installed stuff. Um, we got to install some dependencies so we can do FFmpeg. And I'm hoping that we can do a lot of this work, and then if it works, we move over to the Dektec card. We don't have to redo all this work. That'd be nice. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't have that one, huh? Well, it's only AAC. Hopefully it's not a big deal. So we're going to change the folders. Then we're going to do, again, this is an older guide, but I'm going to follow it anyway because in theory it should work. Yes, I said in theory. So then we downloaded FFmpeg. Now we're gonna unzip it, which is in Linux is tar. We're going to move into that folder. And then this is a big copy command. We'll see how much this works. I don't think we can do the AAC part of this though, because this part didn't work. I think the rest of them should work. So it went through and enabled all kinds of stuff here. So basically this is telling FFmpeg what to enable. So here's all the decoders, here's the encoders, parsers, demuxers, muxers, all the wonderful stuff. And here you could see that it included Decklink. So now, in theory, we can do this. Oops, I think I messed up something. Let's try the whole command. Oh boy, what did I do? I wish I could read that. I'm not sure what it's doing right now. But while that's happening, we're just gonna visit chat for a second. because it is losing its mind, it looks like. All right. So Jeremy says, I think Core, or sorry, yeah, Jeremy says, I think Core is getting one final maintenance update that is possibly forked or spun off. I mean, it's been on the writing's been on the wall for a while that scales the future, so no plans for FreeBSD 14. Well, that makes sense. I would like to revise my prediction. It will be 10 of 10 out eventually, but might not be tomorrow or today. Yeah, it's definitely doing something. It's still going through. Just so you guys know, it's doing that. Probably broke as hell. Given time isn't everything within walking distance. Yes, that would be true. I really wish I knew what it was doing. I probably messed up something. Oh, but who knows? I have a different tutorial I can reference if I need to. Well, hey, it finally changed to something else. Yeah, so I'll monitor that over there on offline, and we'll just come back to it in a second. Um, to go back to this comment though, if I had to bet, or if I had to put my money down, I would have set like a 4. I have tried to compile this before, um, and never had success. So you were almost, actually, all of you were more optimistic than myself. Alrighty, so it's supposedly done. Let's just see about this. Well, that was highly uneventful. um, in theory, it's there. Whether it works or not is beyond me. All right, so if I go to my home directory, I actually have a little test script that I wrote earlier. This is the same test. This is the same line that worked in Windows. So I don't know if this will work or not. We're gonna find out. So if I run test, could not write headers. Okay. Probably called something different. At least it called FFMPEG, so it definitely did something. FFmpeg configuration built, it does say enable Decklink. Could not write header to up a file 0, incorrect, no such device. So probably my name of the card is wrong. Monday Night Live, compile all the things. Well, the previous path, I think, did put it, or no, we copied it into the local bin directory, so it is in path. What I think is wrong is there's no I think my... I bet you this is wrong. It's probably not called this. If I had to guess. Alrighty. How can you tell what card it's using? I bet you the name is wrong. How do you... I forget how you tell... Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jeremy. 3D/3DX. I bet you it's this part. So if we go modify this, oh, we got to modify the whole thing. So I bet you it's this. Or not. Could be that it doesn't need quotes. Could just be that it's single. Crap. What is... I feel like we're right there. We just need to figure out what to call it. Let me search my other notes, see if I'm missing something. Oh, okay. So in my friend's config, he did have the one here. Oh, damn. Damn. Could not write header to output. What if we tried a different video or different nope, same issue. Well, crap. What is wrong? It feels very close, Eric. I don't think we need quotes here. I really don't. I think it's just single. It's called this. Maybe we need to call the whole thing. That's probably what it is. I probably need to do... paste. They like to put ones at the end, I think, to designate is it what card it is. Because in theory, you could have more than one card. Damn. So that's what it's called. Damn, damn, damn. It's either the port or it's the card itself. Feels so damn close. There was some way to get a listing of devices. I thought we included the drive there. FFMPEG list devices. All right, that's what I was. Here we go. FFmpeg F Decklink list devices 1. Well, it definitely saw something there. Is this would I use this one? I can't imagine that would be what I would call it, but it might just be called Decklink. I can't imagine this will work, but hey. Nope. I bet you it's not compiled correctly. What did I do wrong? Um Okay, I'll try it. I mean, at this point. Decklink? Or is it just literally Decklink? How about Decklink 0? Because F Decklink is definitely the command. This is what my friend who sent me the instructions posted. Is he basically had it like this. He had it called Decklink Duo 1. So this would be, if I were to list the devices again, he had this part, but he did use a thing called strict 1, which I don't know what that does. All right. Yeah, I'm betting money we didn't compile it right. Alrighty, so I could reboot the machine. So this guy's saying he used the new version and it compiled fine. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna start basically over. I wish I had a snapshot because I would love to not have all this extra crap. Okay, so we're gonna use 12. We're gonna use the new version. So I'm gonna remove all the folders I've made because I don't want to count any of them to be, here. So remove. Did I make that folder bin? I can't remember if I did or not. So remove bin. It's a directory. And then I don't want to remove everything, so I'm going to live dangerously. Don't do this if you're not comfortable with things going haywire. And then we're going to remove the other one. Desktop. Seriously? How come you can't? Remove our FFMPEG. And then remove RF Black Magic. Desktop Video Linux 1.4. Alrighty, so we removed all of our crap. Yeah, never listen to David. No, I'm kidding. This would not be a fun command to run. This is my friends why we use containers. Yeah. So, yeah, so for the first round, Ashley does win. She is correct. I mean, if there's if there's a container that'll do this, I'll run Docker. I'm not going to argue that, but I don't think that there is. Alrighty. So let me remove the older versions so I don't like accidentally use them. I know, I'm not a very good typer, so unfortunately, yeah. Alright, so that's all that's left. Oh, so Toro, this is actually a physical machine. I gave up the PCI pass-through because, for this instance, because if this works, I want to port this to the Dektec card as well. The Dektec card will not do PCI pass-through, at least in my experience. It crashes the VM or it just, freezes up. So this is a physical machine, unfortunately. Alrighty. Cannot open. Why did that just completely fail on me? So I don't know if you probably didn't catch that part. So what I want to do is if I can get FFmpeg to work with the Decklink cards, I want to build a front end so you could basically just paste a URL in on a web page and say play this URL, or upload a file and have it play the file. I think you and I talked about this a while ago about elementals and how they're basically doing this with this fancy front end. And that's so kind of going down that experiment of like, okay, can we duplicate the same thing? I'm not going to make it an elemental server one day or like that, but I mean, I feel like there's not a lot of effort to be done to make this work. Basically build a web front end for FFmpeg where you can just paste a URL or paste a file and say play it. Because my hyperdecks piss me off and they are too complicated in terms of formats. And I'm not alone. I see people commenting all the time about how, the formats are specific or whatever it is. They don't really work very well. And so I think there's a world or a possibility where you can make a easy, I don't know how am I going to phrase that. A generic front end, if you will, and then basically make it work. That's my plan. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's high goals. It is kind of what Playout B did. But I think last I knew, that version stopped working. Or maybe I'm thinking of something different. But it's also just a kind of a thought experiment. Like, can we do this? Because I have a scenario where I'd love to be able to have one box bring in 4 RTSP streams and play them out via SDI. And so this would fit a work case, where I basically currently have a whole rack of equipment that I could basically bring down into one server. So like I said, my actual use case is, like I said, if I have four web feeds that I want to decode to SDI video on a particular format. And so that's what I need to do, is basically be able to bring an RTSP stream in and output it as 1080i times 4. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish. And then I want to make it via web front end if I can, just because it sounds like a fun challenge. And my friend who sent me his instructions is doing basically this. He compiled FFmpeg and then is just feeding it a webcam, and that's how he's decoding one of his webcams. So I'm trying to do the same thing, only without having to like go grab his, bin file. I want to be able to figure out how to do it myself. So is it possible? It is absolutely possible to do this. I've seen it done. I'm just trying to figure out the steps myself to do it. So yes, this will be bringing in an RTSP. This will be RTSP stream and decoding it to SDI. Or in theory, it could be HDMI or whatever Decklink card you want to throw at it. All right, so we installed the video. And yes, this will be repetitive. I'm going to apologize now. Well, so far, this feels very different than last time. This feels very different than last time. Did you see my comment? Oh, yes. Yeah, don't ever do what David suggested here, which is don't ever do that. Yes. Yes, I would like to build basically a 4x4 decoder. Webcams. They're just webcams. For now. I mean, they're just my goal is to decode webcams. Like I said, instead of having, so we have 4 decoder boxes that then feed 4 converters that then feed 4 other converters. So basically, it's 3 boxes per camera. This would basically make it 1 box. So instead of having 12 boxes to decode 4 signals, I could have 1 server and be done. So I don't see your OBS comment. I was suggesting testing the SSC FFmpeg binary from OBS. Interesting. I didn't know that they gave you an FFmpeg with OBS. I guess it makes sense. So if I install OBS in Linux, then it already have the file there? Well, that sounds stupid easy. No, webcams is in like cameras mounted around the city. So we have 4 cameras that are mounted in particular locations around the city that are sponsored. We bring them back and convert them from RTSP streams to HDMI, then we convert them to HDMI into SDI. Well, maybe we'll try that in a second once I finish this round of testing, because I'm already liking what I'm seeing better than the last time. So this might actually work better this time. So I will definitely go down that road if this doesn't work. Again, I'm already liking this better. Hey, look, it actually saw it this time. There we go. So we are doing 100% better than we were last time. Alrighty, and note, it's just called this. There's no additional anything onto it. So now we go CD home. And so now we're going to unzip. Oops, that's not what I wanted to run. So now we're going to unzip the SDK. Yeah. All right. So one thing I am a little confused by, hold on a second. FFMPEG build CD. Okay, yeah. We're doing this right. So we're going to unzip the SDK because of course it's not right. What I do, unzip SDK. Good night, Toro. Ooh, Eric's raising his 5 to 6.7. Jeremy's going to 11. All right. All right, so we're good there. We're going to make directories. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Boom. Then we're going to copy into there. So just to make sure we did this right, so if I go into FFmpeg sources, should have a Blackmagic SDK, and there should be files inside. And there are. Great. We're doing so much better than last time. In theory, all those tools I got before are still installed, so we can skip that part. Bye, Tony. Thanks for being here. Then we're going to go get the different version. Copy link address. So we're going to do wget the newer version. And we're going to undo it. Then we're going to go inside. And then And again, the thing it didn't copy was the AAC one. Wow. Well, that sure that sure went a lot quicker and didn't include a whole bunch of crap that made no sense. We probably already did this. Oh, look. That's a lot cleaner than last time. Like a lot cleaner. Turns out using the old version was probably the wrong thing to do. If this works, I'm just going to laugh hysterically because I should have done this the first time. So it looks like it's not everything's perfect, but I do believe these instructions were written for Ubuntu. So this is a Debian install, so that might be part of my issue too. Although Ubuntu is based off Debian, so I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Not sure if those error messages are actually bad or if they're just telling you, hey, whatever. We'll find out. Like I said, if this works, my plan would be to eventually like build this as a script. So where it would essentially download the right ones and do this for you. As well as install the front end, like the web front end. Or maybe I figure out how to make a Docker container and make it my own Docker container. The problem is you can't technically redistribute the SDK. You have to like log in and agree to download it, so you have some legal issues distributing it. So yeah, like David, as I was just saying, you can't legally distribute the SDK, so you may have to make it a script where basically the user downloads the SDK and then the script just installs it. Definitely wouldn't want to get in legal trouble. You can go Ansible. Yeah, if I understood Ansible. All right, let's just see what happens now. So we look at, we do my test script again. Oops. This is definitely... Well, let's just try it. All right, so we're going to go back to somewhere I saw Jeremy posted the what it worked last time. No, I'm not trying to sell this. No. All right. Well, there it found it. So we are 100 times better than last time. Okay. Ooh. That in theory is playing out video. Let me just go swap a cable and see what happens. We have success. That is coming from the Decklink. Wow. If only I'd done that the first time. So, okay. Playing at 1.5x, is that what it's doing? Yeah, it's playing it a little bit faster than it probably should. Alrighty. Alrighty, so cool. It actually worked. That's pretty damn sweet. Let me try a different file, someone that actually has movement. So, and then I think we can get audio from, I think I can get audio as well. So there, you guys should have audio now. All right, so did that work? I assume. That might be the strict. Let me go, let's try that. That might be that strict command. Because, yeah, it's playing it faster than we want it to. No, strict's in there. I'm not sure what the strict one does, but You are right. It is playing it faster. All right. I don't know where I found that clip from. I have no idea where I found that from. I think it was on YouTube. Um, all right. Well, I mean, we could try a different file. What else do I have on here? Um, could try this one. See how this one looks. Or not. What'd I do wrong? Well, that's weird. What'd I do to break it? Oh, input. Huh. Oh, my command is 60 seconds or 60? Oh yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Wait, we gotta load the test. We gotta load a file that actually works. Well, now I probably broke it because I typed in the wrong thing. Um, FFMPEG. What was Jeremy's command? I feel like I missed it earlier. Or I mean, I think I used it, but I think I can go back and find it. FFmpeg f decklink and then list formats. Well, that didn't work. Unknown input format decklink. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Jeez. I really can't type. What? List formats. What? Oh, I'm sorry for this. I'm not okay. List devices options deprecated. The list devices option is deprecated. Use So this should be five. That's what I thought it should be. But it doesn't work. Unsupported video size. Actually, now that I remember this, there is right here, format code, I think has to be, yeah, so I think, hold on. So is this, I don't think this is the right thing, but all right, so that just shows you the card. So you have to send it a clip apparently, which feels weird. Here we go. So I was doing, would it be this one? Is this the one I want to be using instead of the 60 divided by 1,000 through because I feel like 59, I feel like this is the 5994 essentially. Thoughts? Anyone? Or maybe I need to be on, maybe I need to be on this one. Maybe it needs to be, yeah, that's what I thought. 59. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought I was doing the right one. Why did this break? What did I change? Crap. Um, could not enable video output. Oh, the thing's frozen. I think the card crashed. Yeah, the card definitely crashed. Yeah, too much work. I mean, at least it works. That's true. I completely told it to do something stupid. Sorry, I'm just checking messages from work while it reboots. So, Eric, yes, they do. That's why I wanted to try it with the Decklink first, because in theory, I could just swap SDK files, and now I have the next one working. So, before we go on to that, let me make sure this works correctly again. And it does work. So good. We're cooking with fire again. I am going to do one slight test just to see if I screw this up entirely or if it's actually working. Could not write. Interesting. So that video is not happy. Okay. All right. So it does work. Can I hear this stream? Let me hear this audio for a second. If I do this, I'm gonna mute myself for a second, so just FYI.
Bays that we build, you can see there's tons of room up inside. The power system that you can see here, ventilation fans, the extended DC system, everything ready for action. Now, the main thing about this particular trailer is that it's big. Only one expanding side. Particular trailer.
All right.
Is that it's big.
Oops. Hold on. There we go. So it sounded normal to me. So I'm gonna go with this is at least a starting point. So yeah. So good. I'm gonna call that a win. So for now, I'm going to going to close this. And how do I want to do this? How do I want to do? I wonder, do you think you could compile FFmpeg to support both cards at the same time? I'm curious. Yeah, the speed and frame rate, I don't know that it's. I have to do a lot more testing to verify that, and it probably is some. I don't know. It's probably something I'm doing. He did include this command, which I did not try. We could try this real quick before we move on. Where did he put that command? He had it right before this. He threw in this, which, so I'm not sure what that'll do. I also don't think it's actually playing back at that speed. I think it's telling you it is, but I don't think it actually is. Could be wrong. Or is there really a way just to tell? Is there a way to tell FFmpeg? Is there a way to tell FFmpeg to play speed equals 1? There's got to be a way to speed equals 1. Anyway, but we can come back to that. I think I want to try. I want to try the other card. So let me shut down. This machine, and then I have to go download the Dektec SDK. SDK for Linux. I could show you this so I'm not just on the screen the whole time. Guessing this one or this one? Yeah. We can try this one. Copy link address. Oh yeah, the machine's not on. Hold that thought. All right, so yeah, I probably should have done sudo shutdown now, but I didn't. I think when it comes to the frames and speed, I'm probably to just do a test to make sure it's actually see what it's actually playing out. So get their SDK. This will be interesting because now I'm going to have to how am I going to do that? Because I don't need to do that, but I definitely need to so I need tar xf Linux. Linux SDK. So we're gonna move. No, we're gonna. I'm not gonna call it Linux SDK. I'm gonna call it Dektec. Right. Yeah. So then we're going to copy Dektec into hold on, copy recursive Dektec into Dektec SDK. Hold on, before we do that, I need to go see something, see if what's inside of here. Drivers, I don't see common drivers, driver. Let me go look at something real quick. I'll be right back. Or I'm going to go. Joe, save that command for a second. I'm going to come back to that in a second when I get a chance. So, Dektec FFMPEG. Okay, so good thing I checked. So we're going to copy. I'm going to undo what I just did. I'm sorry, guys. If I don't, I'm going to get this confused. So I'm going to home Linux. So this just says I got to add this path variable on when compiling. So here's what I'm looking at, and this might be where I'm getting lost quickly. Um, so I did this, I extracted it, add the SDK to your environmental variable. Export package to configure. I don't know where you would put this at. Home. So in the path home, there's no export config. Oh, right there. Path config. I got it now. Yeah, but I don't think I have chat turned on or chat save on. FFMPEG path config. Okay. So cd FFmpeg sources, cd FFmpeg. Then we got to do I'm going to copy this command and modify it. So notepad. So this is how the black magic works. And according to Chrome, or their build guide, this has to be changed to, so instead of package config, right? Am I missing something? That's probably wrong. This is where I'm confused, and this is where I don't want to go wrong. What do I need to do differently? Oh crap. Add the export SDK. Add the SDK your set package config. Do we just FFmpeg? I think we just include. What if we try? I hate this. extra flags. I think we just got to replace. Well, first of all, we got to do. Got to do that. And I'm sorry if I'm losing you guys. I just home FFMPEG to enable that. So I think we just need to combine. We just need to include this. Or we need to, yeah, okay. So if we replace this with this, and then we can do enable black magic. And does that work? That might work. Oh, let's try it. Oh, oops. Well, that didn't work. Enable Dektec. I think I'm definitely not doing this right. Decklink. First of all. Oh, I can't go back far enough. Crap. This is probably got to be this. And I think I'm going to make this. I'm going to grab their thing and put it here. Copy. So we're going to do I home. So we're going to include that. That might work. I bet you this. I have a good feeling. Damn. Hey, Sam with IT. I did download the SDK. It is currently sitting in Linux SDK this path. I do? So I bet you we just can't include that, unfortunately. Is that a right path? Did I actually screw that up? Linux SDK. CD include. Oh, right there. There's an its own include. That's perfect. I'm gonna go and get that. So I think that's what I need to do. So now we go back to home, CD FFMPEG, sources, CD FFMPEG. So I included the wrong directory. We don't want to do this. We want to do include home wham. Right? That makes more sense. I bet that makes more sense. Unknown option. I don't think you can actually configure this with both. I bet you we gotta do what it says and use their configure. Well, actually, at this point, what's the it wants you to download their stuff. I don't know if I don't know if I want to do that. Well, screw it. We're gonna do it. So I'm pretty sure these are already installed. Or not. We just installed a bunch of shit. So we did download this one. wget paste. Download the thing, unpack to we already did that. Download it there. Yeah, Sam, I think, are you new here? If you are, please let us know. I think you are. Wait, would this work now? If this would work, I'm gonna be. Nope, I didn't think so. I was hoping. Um, so we got a tar XF FFMPEG. Ooh, that put a lot of shit places I didn't want to do. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, we're gonna do what it says. Hopefully this works. Probably won't, but hey. Home, FFmpeg, sources, configure. I think this might be yeah, no, I don't think things are I definitely don't think I definitely don't think things are put in the right spot for right now. Cuz I definitely did not want to uncompress everything right there. No such file. Yeah, I think I totally screwed up this. Yeah, I totally did. Because there's nothing in there that, what'd I do? Yeah, I mixed my stuff. I need to clean this up. Oh, there's your configured directory. You're right. Nobody does. Nobody does. All right, hold on. Yeah, I totally crossed the streams. No, I get that. 100%. What was your command again? Cross the Streams is in like a Ghostbuster reference, or is in like um, Back to the Future. But Joe, I mean, the thing about it is the Dektec cards have 4 outputs, so it'd be a perfect scenario for what I want to do. So I'll probably have to try that offline. Would love to be able to combine have one FFmpeg that does both, but I thought it was Ghostbusters. Nano test. Alrighty, so I don't think this is relevant. So you said VF set PTS equals 1 asterisk PTS. Right? Set PTS. Oh yeah, that's true. The newer cards do. That's true. It's playing the same speed on my end. All right, how can we test this? Is there a video? It is playing a lot faster now. Yeah, it's playing like crazy fast now. And now it's broke because now the card ran out of memory. So I got to reboot again. All right, well, let's see what happens if it gets back. Alrighty, let's see if it's back. Probably not. So you wanted 0.5. Okay. Wait. Well, it definitely sped it up all right. It was playing really fast. By the way, Sam, I'm glad you're here. I feel like I might have glossed over your being here, but I'm really glad that you're here. Um, I do all kinds of crazy stuff live all the time. So come back and make sure you join us every week. Come on. It's definitely playing it slower. Yeah, it's definitely playing it slower, that's for sure. And this method is definitely killing the card. So I'm going to take this out. Yeah. See, once it does that, the card breaks, and so there must be some sort of like the card is completely unresponsive now. Probably need to figure out how to do a reset on the card. Because this is useless without a reset. Is there a way to do a FFMPEG a card reset? Decklink card reset. Anybody know of a command that'll do it? Not seeing a reset option. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing any way to do it. There's got to be some sort of a way to like reset it. Oh, it makes it re-encode. Well, yeah, probably not the best way to do it. Alrighty. Well, hey, looks like there's only 6 of you left. We've gone for 2 hours. We've had some success. I'm going to just show you this working. Oh wait, I can't because it died. So once this gets back, I'll show you it working, and then we'll call it a wraps. I want to thank you all for being here. We did have some fun. I wish I would have done the new version first. We would have had success right out of the bat, which would have been amazing. You live and learn. I'm not done with the Dektec. I really do want to get that to work. Just because I have the card and we already own the card, so I want to try it, but we'll see. Any other topics that you want to see me try? I am going to try to put, so to wrap this all up, I am going to put the Black Magic card in the virtual server and pass it through, and then in theory try this whole FFmpeg thing again in pass-through mode. I have a feeling it'll work, but I'll do it again on the virtual machine in pass-through mode, assuming it works, and then we will go from there. I don't know of a topic for next week yet, but I'll figure out something. I don't have a decimator at home. No. I could try it at work if I had whatever, but I don't have one here. All right, so we're going to do this. And if I show you this, here you can see that it does, in fact, play out. Joe, maybe you could capture this and put it in an editor. I don't know, like, if there's a way to figure out if this is correct or not. Let me know. So there you go. That's FFmpeg outputting to a Decklink card, compiled from source. So yeah, anyway, thank you all. I hope you all have a good night, and see you next week.